Are we good now? I think we're good now. I believe we are good now. I don't know what the fuck that was. OBS died. Like, completely. We are back. Okay, we are good. Am I a little loud? I feel like I'm a little loud. Hold on. Hold on. I feel like I'm a little loud. Am I? Is this better? Is this better? I think this is better. Let's do this. Okay. I think we're fine. Okay, we are good now. I think ads are running again on Twitch, which kind of sucks, but oh well. Sorry about that, I guess. Anyway, be as loud as you can. I enjoy listening to your voice. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. Okay, let's switch over. Hello. It is time. It is time. Hello. Wait, I'm still a little low. Hold on. Hello. It is indeed time for justice. I need to turn my light on because it's too dark in here. Hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing well today. I am tired. Also, I'm gonna head out here real quick. I just want to start on Simon. Let's go back. I am tired today. A quick heads up for the entirety of today's stream, I guess. I woke up. I had to wake up a little earlier today because my granddad woke me up. I had to help him out with something. So I got a little less sleep than I would have preferred and didn't really get to wake up by myself. So I am pretty dang tired. So pardon me if I am not fully on top of it today. If I'm a little silly today. Which I guess is also normal, but yeah, it might be a bit more than usual today. Which I also realize isn't the best for today because we're starting this with the trial. So surely it'll go fine. Surely we'll be fine, right? Yeah. Judge, my lawyer is sleepy. Judge, the defense is a little eepy, Your Honor. Also, I'm still a little... Okay, hold on. I'm gonna turn myself down a little... Actually, wait, no. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's this. Maybe this is it. Okay, hold on. Let's try this. Okay. Yeah, can we postpone this trial so I can go take a little nap, maybe? Okay. But besides that, I am excited. Ah, man. I just want to get right into it. I just want to get right into it. Episode 2, Monstrous Turnabout, Day 1, Trial. Let's fucking go. Let us frickin' go. April 18th, 9:15 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby. Let's fucking go. Why is my monitor? My monitor is not doing its thing today. Bitch. Hello? Can you work? Okay, I guess not. I'm just gonna have to stare at this through OBS, which I usually do, but that's fine. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We're good. We're okay. Do I have to move myself down a little? No, I think this is fine. Okay. Let me just check real quick, just one last time, if everything is in order here. I think so. Yes. God, I really like this this OST, this like pre-trial OST. It's so nice. It might be my favorite so far. It has like a little like dramatic tone to it. I like it a lot. Okay, anyway. You okay, Athena? You've been really antsy ever since we got here. Whoops. I'm just excited. This is my first real court case after all. Yeah, a real ball of excitement she is. I know just what she needs. Athena! Hey! Didn't you ever learn about indoor and outdoor voices? No, Apollo has exactly one voice. He has exactly one range of voice, and it is loud. I'm just trying to show you the best way to relieve your pre-trial jitters. By scaring the daylights out of me? No, I find that shouting, "I'm fine" in a really loud voice relieves stress. It's part of my Chords of Steel voice workout, and a must before every trial. You want me to shout? Here? That's right. Here, I'll go first, then you try. I'm Apollo Justice and I'm fine! Alright, I'm Athena Sykes, and I'm fine! I think that actually worked. Thought it might help. I am here watching silently for reasons. Hello, hello! An old friend of mine from junior high and I used to say it all the time. I see. A proven remedy to calm the soul. I like it. Also friend, you say, Apollo. Hey, how about we finish off with a race around the courthouse? The point is to relieve stress, not get totally exhausted. What? Hello there, Phoenix jump scare. What's with the racket all you two? What's with all the racket, you two? Mr. Right. Heh, just a little voice workout. Voice workout. This is gonna be a fun stream. Hey, what's with the suit? Oh, this? I was thinking about getting my attorney's badge back. That's all. That's all? That's huge news. But why now? I have a feeling I'll be needed in the courtroom again, sometime soon. But we can talk about that another time. Oh, fair. Inquiring minds want to know. But wow. Oh god, 3D Phoenix. That is so weird. Is that Phoenix Wright from the hit game? I'm so used to him in his usual laid-back clothes. I didn't know I didn't remember that we got to see Phoenix in 3D too. It looks kind of weird. That suit makes him look like $1 million. By the way, have you heard about the prosecutor assigned to this case? Yeah, he's serving time, but before that he was a prosecutor. He also uses psychology? That's right. I've heard the rumors about how he was back before his conviction. Using the power of suggestion, he could make even the most stalwart defendants confess. Psychology in the courtroom. I'm hearing a lot about that lately. I mean, yeah. I'd wager psychology and law actually fit quite well together, Apollo. So he must be a pretty scary guy, considering he's a prison inmate and all. So they say. They also say he'll cut you down if you talk too much. Like, literally? I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if Francisca can whip people down for talking too much, just saying. I knew he was gonna be bad news. It's probably just hyperbole. At least I hope for your sake. Wait, so is it true or not? Let's just say you should be concise and, choose your words carefully. If you'd like to keep that head of yours attached to the rest of your body, that is. What is with the fucking serious face, you bitch? Better tone down my cords of steel too. So, you all ready? It might be a good idea to check the court record again before stepping into the ring. Hell no, we ball. Right, Mr. Wright, but I'm fine. I'll be watching from the gallery. Good luck. Thanks. Okay, let's do this. The odds of pulling this off are ridiculously low, but that's nothing new. Leave in our client, seek the truth. Seek the truth. I cannot talk. Seek the truth. That's all we can do. Hang in there, Mayor Tenma. Here comes justice! Hmm. 9:30 a.m., courtroom number 4. All rise! Court is now in session for the trial of Damien Tenma. Apollo Justice Defense Team Leader is ready, Your Honor. I'd know that big, booming voice anywhere. As chipper as ever, eh, Mr. Justice? But who is who is the young lady next to you? I'm Athena Sykes, Mr. Justice's junior partner and fresh out of law school. Well, not full of beans too, eh? Excellent. Makes an old man feel young again. Now for the prosecution. It appears the prosecution is not ready yet. Hey! Never fear, for I shall explain. It is just a minor procedural complication, Your Honor. The prosecutor for this case is being escorted from prison as we speak. Prison? Oh, yes, of course. I almost forgot that he is currently serving time. Cutscene.
Yugami-kun wa shujin nanoda.
Is that Fulbright's voice? Hell yeah. It fits so perfectly. Well.
検事でありながら殺人の罪で投獄されているのだよ。
Wait, I'm gonna put myself down. There he is! Look at him! My guy has not slept in 3 weeks! And back up we go. Who's that with his back to us over there? Bird guy is one of the only things I like about this game. Damn. I love him. Just like me when I have to work at 5 a.m. Oh dear. That's him, I'm sure of it. Prosecutor Blackwell. Is the prosecution ready? Huh. God, look at him. His hair is so floofy. Okay. So, now comes the question. In the English dub, this guy is a Brit. This guy is British. Do I dare try? Technically, because we're doing this in Japanese, I could just say fuck it and talk normally. Do I attempt a British accent? I might. At the very least, I will be attempting something that hopefully, in some way, shape, or form, might resemble a British accent. If there are any Brits here, don't. Just don't. Listen, I can barely do I can't really do accents in my own language, let alone another one. So you know what? We're just gonna do it. He's gonna get some kind of accent. 1 second though. Okay, wait. Enough jabbering. Get on with it already. Of course, forgive me. Why are all the people related to this case so scary? Very well, Prosecutor Blackquill, your opening state. What's the matter? Must we continue to fritter away time like this? It is all right there in the indictment. An opening statement would be pointless. Ooh, this music. Let's take a moment to vibe. Ooh. This one I'm a bit more familiar with. But it's still very, very nice. Pointless? Oh, well... Looks like the cat, or in this case, the prosecutor, has the judge's tongue. But we need an opening statement as an overview of the case at hand. 1 second, let me do this. Okay. Well then, your boldness. If it's so very important, why don't you do the honors? Who, me? There's a term for people who whine and fuss about how they need silly, useless things. And then decide they no longer want them once it's theirs. A selfish, old fool. Uh-huh? Wait, was that the prosecution's opening statement? Old dotards, dotards, such as you are a plague upon the young. I pity your poor grandchildren. Or is it great-grandchildren? All these years I thought the opening statement was the prosecutor's job. But I suppose I could give it a try. Might be a nice change of pace. He actually fell for that! This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. That must have been the power of suggestion Mr. Wright was talking about. The opening statement, huh? Let's see here. The victim was one Rex Cuby, alderman of Ninetails Vale. And the defendant, Damien Tenma, mayor of Tenma Town, is accused of his murder. And why, pray tell, was the mayor arrested? His prints were on the murder weapon. Plus he had a motive. The elimination of the biggest roadblock to the, I still don't know how to pronounce that word, murder. The caretaker and the secretary, other potential suspects, both have alibis. And his daughter, who was also in the vicinity at the time of the incident, has no motive. So, in a nutshell, I'd have to say the charges against the defendant are incontrovertible. Bravo, your boldness. Your years of experience shine bright like your head. Flattery will get you everywhere. Your Honor, please. He's playing Simon Says with the judge. Get it? Simon Says because his name is it's Simon Black. Moving right along now, let's hear from our first witness for today, Detective Fulbright. There's a lot of people with similar voices in this courtroom at the moment. Witness, please state your name and occupation. I am the detective assigned to this case, Bobby Fulbright, and we're back to the music. Oh, and I'll also be keeping tabs on old Blackquill here. I also heard you would provide protection if it ever came to that. Look at that stare. It would seem that I have been sorely underestimated. Wait, who's protecting who from what? And can I get some of that protection? Please? Still, I truly... Oh. Hold on, I wanna read that. I wanna read that. Still, I truly believe anyone can turn their life around, even old Blackwell here. Fulbright. Save your platitudes. Oh god. Okay, switching back and forth between British and non-British is gonna be hard. Or British-esque. Fulbright. Save your platitudes for funerals. Get on with your statement. That's the spirit. Justice must be swift and true. I see it in your eyes. There is hope for your rehabilitation and return to society. I will never give up on you. Gay. Prosecutor Blackwell doesn't seem to intimidate Detective Fulbright. Well, you know what they say, ignorance is bliss. Oh, so that's why Detective Fulbright was assigned to Blackwell. He's so oblivious. He's so dumb. Now let's have your first statement, Detective Fulbright. You got it. But first, I'd like to say to the defense that justice will ultimately prevail. All right, let's hear it. Yeah, Fulbright really went. It's fine. I can fix him. Alderman Cuby was murdered with a spear that happened on the wall. The fingerprints of the defendant, Damien Tenma, were found on the murder weapon. At the time, Alderman Cuby was asleep from a drug he unwittingly ingested. Mayor Tenma attacked his helpless victim, impaling him like a human shish kebab. But the sudden pain jolted the victim awake, and he grabbed the statue and struck back. So the first thing that sticks out there is the fact that Damien Tenma was also drugged, which we could use. Alderman Cuby had been slipped some kind of sleep-inducing drug. That's right! The accused was scared because the alderman was a former pro wrestler. So he slipped him a drug to make sure he'd be out cold and defenseless. Here's the autopsy report to prove it. Stabbed with a spear. Estimated time of death around 3:20. Victim had been in a drug-induced slumber. Okay. And the victim managed to attack his attacker despite being impaled by a spear. That sounds almost superhuman. Is it even possible? Well, he was a former pro wrestler. God, that is a hard combination of words. Pro wrestler, after all. That spear was probably nothing more than a mosquito bite to him. Well, then he wouldn't have died if it was just that. Ooh, I fucking love I love Apollo's Japanese voice actor. I love Ken's voice. Not so fast. Don't try to brush it all off by saying the alderman had been a pro wrestler. Do you really expect us to believe he could fight back after being skewered by a spear? Huh. Never heard of the incredible feats of which man is capable of in a pinch, have you? Like the samurai of yore, wrestlers can battle through intense pain. It sharpens their senses. I used to talk about it with a former wrestler I met in the clique. I don't know, it still sounds a little far-fetched. Oh, he's so cute! Does it now? Then perhaps we should test the theory on you with the edge of my blade. I didn't sign up for this. Apollo didn't sign up for anything here. Oh my god, okay, that got me. My guy can't even draw his blade. I don't know why that... Okay, sorry, I don't know why that... I don't know why that's making me laugh so much. Oh god. I don't know why that made me laugh so hard. Oh god. And so your life is spared. For now. Please let those shackles be made of titanium. I don't want to die. My investigations are as thorough as they are foolproof, or my name isn't Fulbright. I vow to resign immediately if I ever make a false arrest. Are you sure about that, buddy? Because otherwise you're gonna have a very short career. The accused prints were on the weapon, and he's the one person without an alibi. Quite decisive evidence, wouldn't you agree, your baldness? The defendant is sounding guilty. Sure. The defendant is sounding guiltier by the minute. Yes, the judge leaning towards a guilty verdict, and the trial's just barely begun. Huh. What's more, a curious rumor about the accused is making the rounds. They say he seeks the murder of the purpose of freeing Temataro from his imprisonment. Truth be told, I can think of no real reason to show interest in that backwards burg. Perhaps he's a complete nutter and really does seek to release an imaginary demon. Either way, he is raving mad and more than capable of murdering the alderman. That mayor is a strange one, alright. I heard he went for a blood drive, but instead of donating, he tried to make a withdrawal. What? There will be no gossiping in my court. The only one doing the gossiping is me. Your boldness, please take a gander at those charms pested across his cranium. I hear they're meant to keep him safe from possession by the demon Temataro. Then again... Yes? Perhaps he's already under the demon's spell. Behold! The lunatic appears poised to lunge at you at any moment. Damn, he's really laid it on. The rumors and quirks of Mayor Tenma have no relevance to this case. Besides, those charms on his head, they're just a fashion statement. I think. Come to think of it, such things don't seem relevant to the case, do they? The prosecution will refrain from dragging our client's reputation through the mud. Oh, what a dreadfully fearsome lass we have here. Ooh, thanks for that lifeline, Athena. Careful, Apollo, he has the judge dancing in the palm of his hand. The power of suggestion is one of the more powerful tools in Simon Blackwell's arsenal. He's trying to manipulate everyone's impressions to suit his objectives. This guy really is bad news. In any case, it seems the victim did manage to defend himself, despite being impaled. What sort of weapon did he use against his attacker? None other than this statue right here. It appears to be a statue of two strange creatures locked in battle. Two yokai, to be exact. On one side is the nine-tailed fox, and on the other, Temataro. Quite interesting if you think about it. It's as though this very case were rendered in art. Updated. Weapon used to bludgeon the mayor. The mayor's blood is on it, okay. Mr. Justice, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Why, thank you, finally. Okay, let's see here. About the murder. Mata! So those weapons on the wall of the Fox Chamber, I presume those are real. Don't you think keeping real weapons around like that is rather dangerous? No matter what he collected, the alderman insisted it be the real deal. For instance, he had a real demon's club in his possession. Apparently, one of his ancestors claimed it after defeating a demon in battle. What? That's gotta be an old wives' tale. The alderman had pure, unadulterated justice flowing in his veins. Whatever he did it right. We've lost a real champion of justice in his death. Huh. Nothing but claptrap and balderdash, if you ask me. Now stop your bleating and tell us about the weapon. Your wish is my command. Okay, fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. It doesn't make sense if you think about it. Prints could be easily wiped off. You do have a point there, or not? I venture to say he did not wipe off the prints because he could not. What do you mean? Yes? Looks like he wants you to figure it out. I'm assuming he's gonna say because, QB fought back, and then, fucking Tenma passed out, so he couldn't have wiped them. Well, don't just stand there. Show him who's boss. I'm totally lost, so why don't you just tell me the answer already? Look at him thinking that with this determined stance. I don't think he saw that plea for help. You feeling alright, kid? Running a fever, perhaps? I wish trials came with a reset button. Well, the specifics may yet come to light. Please proceed, Detective Fulbright. Was asleep from a drug he unwittingly ingested. Come to think of it, a coffee cup was found on the floor. Was this sedative in his coffee? Bingo! We found traces of a sleeping agent all over the inside of the cup. And that is why he was out cold. That is until he leapt to his feet upon being impaled by the mayor. What an awful way to wake up. You think? You think? A rather stimulating eye-opener, if you ask me. I, too, would have risen to the attack, but to die in battle is the samurai way. Paradise awaits fallen heroes, but that hole in his stomach would make eating a challenge. He's got humor in that, does he? Prosecutor Blackwell, please! Those morbid jokes of yours have no place in the court. Says the jester in detective's guise. Moving right along. Oh, I love their dynamic. Oh, I love it. It's the himbo and emo. It's the himbo and emo combo. Azzy, welcome in! Hope you're doing good. I am indeed. I'm tired, but besides that, I'm doing fine. Hope you're doing well today as well. Attacked his helpless victim, impaling him like a human shish kebab. So the alderman was drugged because he was really strong? Did you see those rock-hard muscles of his? I'm surprised the spear even managed to pierce that armor-like musculature. Okay, Fulbright, take it down a notch. I admit I'm completely jealous of that righteous body of his. I'm just gonna... Nope. I'm just gonna... No reason. No reason in particular. Well, he did look pretty buff, even in that suit he had on. Quite a difference when compared with a yellow belly like you. Yellow belly? Who even says that anymore? Yeah, and the color's all wrong too. Oh, I know! How about a squishy red tomato? I move to strike both of your comments from the record. Take care of yourself. I will. I am. I just had to get up a bit earlier today. Mr. Justice's character is not the issue here. Now let's get back to what happened after the far more muscular alderman was impaled. Yes, well, your average person would likely have died on the spot. Okay, last thing, and then we'll see. Could he really have attacked his attacker after being impaled with that huge spear? What time do you normally wake up? I've been usually somewhere around like 1 p.m. However, I've been trying to shift my sleep schedule like a bit forward. To like at least I want to at least be awake at noon. I want to at least be up and awake around noon. That would already be a progress enough for me. It's because I generally go to sleep pretty late. I go to sleep at around like 4, so that is the issue. I read that. Absolutely. After all, he was once a pro wrestler. The injustice of being drugged, then speared, was answered with a righteous counterattack. But does being a former pro wrestler make him superhuman? Absolutely. After all, he was one of the good guys. He was one of the good guys, like a superhero on the side of justice. Even though he was retired, he could still don his superhero guise in times of need. You need to lay off the comic books, detective. We're talking about real life here. Setting aside the half-wit's flights of fancy, the fact is this. The court-ordered post-mortem concluded the victim moved after his skewering. So he found the strength somehow to attack his attacker, huh? Detective Fulbright's testimony sounds airtight. No wonder he's so confident. I will give him that. Like, although Fulbright is like very much, he gives very gumshoe vibes, at least his testimony isn't like so, like, it's not as obvious. So you know what? Gotta give him that. No, he only thinks it's airtight. It's up to us to poke some holes in it. That part about the alderman fighting back sounds like a big hole waiting to be poked. Yeah, we do know he moved after being screwed, but we don't, like, that could mean anything. Okay, let's check this. I'm assuming, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say estimated time of death. Says he had fled towards a foyer. Might have been at the crimes. Is maybe this? Mayor's blood, but no prints could be lifted. Wait a minute. Was he wearing gloves? No prints could be lifted. Why would there be no prints on his on the statue, but on the spear? Huh. It's weird. Diagram in your office. Diagram showing scene of the crime. Yamataro soaring through the air. Okay, I think we present. Oh god, 1 second. Okay. My throat is very very mucusy today. Spear on the wall, fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. Time, he was asleep from a drug he unwittingly. I wish we could like add that Tenma also was drugged. At least, you know, at least bring it up. Attacked his helpless victim, impaling him like a human shish kebab. Sudden pain. Jolted the victim awake. And he grabbed a statue and struck back. I'm gonna go. Actually, let's save. Jonas, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Very, very, very mucus. Very mucus. See. Mucusy. That's a word I am now saying. Let's try presenting the statue here, because it says he struck back, but there are no prints. Okay, that's it. Nice. Did the alderman really strike the mayor? What? Are you questioning my sense of justice? Yeah. Your so-called justice needs to find itself a pair of legs to stand on. You claim the alderman struck back after the mayor put a spear through him. But the statue he supposedly used to defend himself creates a major hole in your theory. It would appear that the defense has a counter-argument. Very well, let's hear what the defense thinks is odd about the detective statue theory. Since we can save right before choices like these, I am going to take advantage of it and choose every wrong answer first. Let's go. He fought unarmed. That's it. He didn't use the statue, he fought with his bare hands. Well, the alderman was a former pro wrestler, so why would he even use it as a weapon? He could have defended himself with his bare hands. I mean, that's what pro wrestlers do. You've a lot of nerve. But will you raise an objection in the face of swift punishment, as solicitors are wont to do? Well, not if I deserve it. And you do. The defense will look before they leave next time. Is that understood? Sorry, Your Honor. Can I try that again? I'm so sorry, Judge. I got it this time. It's not broken. If he'd used that thing to swing at Tenma, it surely would have been broken. The sheer sturdiness of Tenma's skull would have broken the statue in twain. If the statue really was used as a weapon, why are there no signs of breakage? Apollo? When was the last time you had your eyes examined? The statue is clearly broken. See the area around their hands? Wait, actually, I didn't even... I didn't even pay attention to that. Oh. Yeah, I guess. Wait, no, wait. Wait, where? Or was it that bottom part, I guess? Guess I missed that. Mayhem, welcome in! Quit gaming. Damn. I'll try not to distract myself again and will improve my work ethic. Good on you, good on you. I'm afraid I can't let that one slide without a penalty. Okay. And now we load. Oh, I mean, I did that on purpose. It's because there's no fingerprints, like it says so, like right here. But I want to take advantage of every wrong option in moments like these, because they often give some funny dialogue. That's all. I do know it's because there's no fingerprints on the statue. There are no fingerprints on this supposedly crucial piece of evidence. And if you look at the crime scene photo, oh yeah, it's pretty far away too. You notice that the alderman isn't wearing gloves. I believe he is quite gloveless indeed. That's only one letter away from a absolutely terrible show. If he touched the statue with his bare hands, he should have left some fingerprints. Detective Fulbright, you did take that into account during your investigation, didn't you? Ooh, I like this version of Apollo's theme. Yeah, I'm just trying to get all the flavor text. Oh, this can't be happening. Did I arrest the wrong man? You did it, Apollo! You knocked Detective Fulbright off his high horse. Well, it's just 1 point in our favor. Who do you suppose clubbed the mayor if it wasn't the alderman? Well, if it wasn't the alderman, that means someone else must have clubbed the mayor. Yes, Apollo. You mean there was a third party there in the Fox chamber? Ooh. Ooh. Catch you in January. Good luck to you, and catch you then. Oh, that. God, this OST is a fucking. This version is a fucking banger. I think I much prefer this to the original, although the original does have its charm. Exactly, and this could be the big break we've been looking for. There does seem to be a hole in the prosecution's argument. Prosecutor Blackquill, would you care to respond to the defense's assertion? Huh. Least you could do is look at me while being dismissive. Your mind is as dull as an unhoned blade, Justice Dono. Alright, he uses the honorifics. Justice don't know? He's been watching too many samurai flicks. It will take far more than that to cut down Simon Blackquill. A whelp such as you has no hope against my superior swordsmanship. This is a trial, not a sword fight, Prosecutor Blackquill. There's a perfectly good explanation for the lack of prints on the statue. My favorite pursuit theme is lying coldly. I'm not too familiar with the OST names. Not too familiar with the names of the individual OSTs. But I probably know it. I probably know it. You might recall that blood-stained cloth you found at the scene of the crime. Well, it just so happens that the blood was the mayor's. So, what are you getting at? Hone your mind, boy. Why was there blood on that cloth? Solve that riddle, and you shall see that the hole you thought you found is but an illusion. Now let's see, how was that cloth used? I mean, to wipe? Or... Good question, how was that cloth used? Was it used by QB as a head covering? Oh, it's the Edgeworth theme. Oh. I don't fully remember that one, I think. The alderman was probably wearing it over his head. What? Do you truly think the alderman would show up to a meeting over the fate of his village wearing this ridiculous-looking cloth over his head? Sure, they had a festival that day, didn't they? Who's to say he didn't party a little too hard and just forgot to take it off? Never change, Apollo. Never change. Yeah, no, I know I have an idea. Even if I got it, even if I accidentally got it right the first time, I would still go back just to see the answers, because I actually haven't. Like, these dialogues, like in the playthrough I've watched, like most of the times they like chose the right answer off the bat. Like they didn't try to get all the extra dialogue. So I do want to do that. Because I personally haven't seen them. And you know, sometimes you'll have gems like these. And you know what? He's got a point. What if the guy just got a little too freaky and he wanted a new getup, you know? Okay, fine. So maybe you didn't do that. Can I try one more time? Oh, you don't get penalties? Hell yeah. Wait. To wrap the statue to wipe up blood? I think that's the second wrong one. Maybe the cloth was used to wipe as much of the mayor's blood as possible off the statue. And in the process, the culprit inadvertently erased the alderman's fingerprints as well. Ooh, that's a... Ooh. First Simon objection. But the mayor did not bother to wipe away his own fingerprints on the murder weapon. Why would he wipe down one weapon but not the other? Careful now, use what little brains you have left before you speak. Never seen anyone ever go back to get the other dialogues? Well, that's me. That's gonna be me the whole game because I love flavor text. Give me a do-over on that one, please. It was to wrap the statue. Maybe the alderman wrapped the statue in the cloth. In short, he wasn't touching the statue directly when he used it to strike back at the mayor. Ah! Precisely. Bully for you, boy. Ah, it was nothing. Apollo, don't let him start manipulating you too. Athena, I'm fucking... Sorry to break it to you. Apollo is like so easy to manipulate. As much as I love him, like Apollo is an easy victim of gaslighting and manipulation. I think my favorite theme is Swinging Tiger. Swinging Tiger. The only characters that makes me think of is Tigre and fucking what's he called? Lang from the Investigations games. That's the only characters I can think of that have like a tiger or a lion-esque thing going on. You just closed the hole for the prosecution. I did? Oh, I did. It is Tigre's theme. I think I remember that one. Yeah, that one is good. All in all, just Ace Attorney OSTs are very good. My personal favorite, and I'm saying this with like full bias. One of my personal favorites will always be Guilty Love. Guilty Love just has that grasp on me. And it's probably just because it is Clavier's theme. Partially, well, mostly. Right. That a statue wrapped in cloth would leave no fingerprints is as plain as day. But this also proves there are no holes in our theory of the alderman striking back. Oops. Updated. Rather large cloth. 2 pages, okay. Now do you see how dull your mind is? I'll make sure to sharpen it next time. A particularly frightening inmate once told me that he always tenderly honed his blades before he went to work. Like the samurai of yore. Samurai? Sounds more like a homicidal maniac to me. Actually, he was working in the prison kitchen at the time. God, I love Simon's humor. Simon's humor is something that in real life I could not handle because I have trouble picking up on things like sarcasm sometimes. But like here, I love it. Also love the themes from 3-2. What case was 3-2? Was 3-2? Oh, was that the Ron Delight case? I think. Yeah. The Lordly Taylor shenanigans, the mask thing. Yeah, the stolen turnabout. That's what it was. Wait, so the inmate was a murdering samurai prison chef. would seem that the victim and his killer were the only ones there after all. I was kind of attached to that hole. Now what? I guess you're gonna have to find yourself a new one, Apollo. Okay, I need to screenshot that. I don't know, ask Clavier, maybe I'm not gonna continue that. We're gonna move on. Oh man, I love this game. Apollo, I just thought of something. If they didn't find anyone's fingerprints on the statue, who's to say someone other than the alderman didn't hit the mayor with it? Why didn't I think of that? Anybody could have not left prints on it. The themes I love from that case are Please Listen and I Just Want Love. The first one I'm assuming is Ron, and the second isn't the second one Look at Me? I feel like I remember that one. I feel like I remember the second one being Look at Me. Okay, we read that. It is? Hell yeah. I do remember some of them. Then who, pray tell, struck the mayor with the statue? Please illuminate us with your wisdom, young lady. There's only one answer. The real killer. Prove the existence of this real killer then. What evidence have you? Oh, I'll give you evidence, all right. She just turns to Apollo. Give him the evidence, Apollo. Athena, are you sure about this? To borrow your words, Apollo, I'm fine. Take a look at this. Black feathers and tracks, allegedly from a yokai, were found at the scene. I believe they're from the third party who struck the mayor with that statue. It was Tenma Taro all along. Is the defense actually suggesting some sort of monster killed that alderman? That's exactly what I'm suggesting. Athena. It's Apollo! Apollo objects to that! No, Athena, you just lost what little credibility we had left. I love them, they're so stupid! Sorry, guess I got carried away. Mr. Justice, we've got no time to deal with objections between members of the defense. Sorry, Your Honor. It's just, this kid's still, well, a kid. Ouch. You meanie, I'm reporting this to Mr. Wright. So, is this court to believe the feathers and tracks are from a yokai, as you put it? No, Your Honor. I believe they are a fabrication. The real killer wants us to believe some sort of monster murdered the alderman. Interesting, and why do you suppose the killer would do that? Why indeed? Yeah, you know what? At least she didn't make Apollo do it. At least we can use the excuse that Athena is it's her first time. She's still young. She's a little goofy. Mr. Justice, you seem as new to this as your partner is. Ouch. This I'm not reporting to Mr. Wright. Oi, Fulbright. Explain to his baldness what these brats are missing. You know, the who and why behind those feathers and tracks. What? You mean you can explain all that? Our investigative prowess is without equal. I'm starting to think I chose the wrong profession. Honestly, probably. Like, considering how much easier prosecutors have it, you may as well have. Very well, let's hear about these so-called yokai feathers and tracks. This entire case centers on one man's attempt to crush the opposition. Wait, to crush opposition to the merger. I'm gonna look up how. I have a feeling this word's gonna come up a lot more times. I'm gonna look up how to fucking pronounce it. I'm assuming it's municipal. Municipal. Okay, municipal. Okay, I got it. Municipal. This entire case centers on one man's attempt to crush opposition to the municipal merger. Mayor Temma panicked when the amazing Ninetails helped embolden the protesters. I give up. So he stoked the villagers' fears by fabricating a monster. The strange feathers and tracks he planted made it look like a yokai was the killer. Those feathers and tracks stoked the villagers' fears? Absolutely, he knew exactly how to prey on their superstitious minds. Those feathers only gave weight to the idea that the alderman was slain by a demon. The accursed demon Tenma Taro, that is. Tenma who? Tenma Taro. The legendary demon locked away in the village's forbidden chamber. From a young age, the villagers are taught to fear the great black-feathered demon. And thus were they blinded to other, more plausible explanations. Hold on for a second. Before we start letting our imaginations run wild, isn't there someone else that could be considered a suspect? Mr. Justice, please explain yourself. The day of the incident, there was a special event held at QB Manor. And as part of this event, there was someone dressed in the likeness of Tenma Taro. If this is going where I think it is, you might not want to pursue that line of thinking, Apollo. Obviously, this person is a much more likely suspect than any legendary demon. I like his objection. Dollard, you're playing right into the killer's mind games. What? Listen here. The feathers and tracks were merely red herrings. The villagers believe the murder to be the work of the real Tenma Taro. However, the police believe that the person in the Tenma Taro suit is the killer. The defendant sought to sow this confusion in order to deflect blame away from himself. Wait a moment. The police believe that the person in the Tenma Taro suit is the killer. Okay. However, he was knocked unconscious by the alderman, and thus our mentally deficient mayor was caught red-handed at the scene of the crime. Do you honestly believe Mayor Tenma would do something so stupid? The evidence speaks for itself. Fulbright. Right. It was the mayor's last-ditch effort to stop the opposition before things got crazy. The amazing Ninetails was fueling both the yokai craze and the anti-merger movement. Plus, he's one of the better-known masked wrestlers and the hometown favorite. That's why the mayor panicked and set out on the path of injustice. But do the people of Ninetails Vale really believe a yokai is behind the crime? Yokai sightings are an everyday event there, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I must say, a crime that preys upon innocent, impressionable minds. Just so. A particularly silver-tongued inmate once had the following words for me. The innocent of heart are the easiest prey. You don't say. Was this inmate a con artist? No, it was something harmless. Okay, let's think. It is a I don't know what other harmless like activity would No. He was framed for the murder of his beloved. I actually felt sorry for the poor chap. Oh. Well. Wait, so he wasn't the predator, but rather the prey? I mean, hey, you know, he'd also know in that case. Yes, well, now then, the defense may proceed with the cross-examination. One second. Detective Fulbright, is the anti-merger movement really that strong? Oh, absolutely! They parade around in yokai costumes shouting, "Down with Mayor Tenma!" And just the other day, they stormed Tenma City Hall, claiming it was a den of vipers. But when the accused showed his face, the angry mob scattered like leaves. Like leaves upon an autumn wind. Well, you see, lowly yokai are no match for Tenma Taro, the dark lord of their kind. Wait, are the villagers scared of Mayor Tenma or Tenma Taro? I'm confused. I'm pretty sure it's both. I think he means Mayor Tenma. It's easy to get the wrong impression of the guy. I wonder when we're gonna connect the dots here. We'll see. Why do you suppose the defendant would commit such an act? Okay. The amazing Ninetales. No one knows his true identity, right? That's right. And he was a lone wolf. Or in other words, he didn't belong to a wrestling federation. He appeared like a shooting star, defeating one Tenma Town wrestler after another. Before anyone knew it, he was champion. The samurai of yore, surrounded thick with enemies, he cut them down one by one. It was a complete and utter loss of face for Tenma Town Pro Wrestling. It was amazing! If ever there was a real superhero, it would be him! I dream of becoming a true champion of justice like him someday. I bet Detective Fulbright will be a great pro wrestler. True. Yeah, true. He could even team up with Prosecutor Blackwell. You know what? Fair enough. They are both pretty huge. A police detective and a prisoner in chains? You know, I think people would actually pay to see that. I know I would. So you do understand the greatness that is the amazing Ninetales. Did the murder and yokai evidence really stoke the villagers' fears? Absolutely, it had an immediate effect. The presumed return of the dreaded Tenma Taro has them shaking in their boots. Oh my, is it really that bad? That superstitious lot. It's as if Jack the Ripper had been set loose in their village. The mere thought of that demon lurking about is enough to spark a mass exodus. Mass? I don't know. See, that's a very persuasive argument. The mere thought of his honor buying into Simon the Psycho Slasher's words makes me want to spark my own exodus out of the courtroom right about now. So you see, there could be only one reason why anyone would... There can be only one reason why anyone would plant those feathers and tracks. Okay. But it doesn't add up. If what you say is true, why top it off with murder? What do you mean? What do you mean? You claim that our client planted the yokai evidence to stoke the villagers' fears. If so, then why not stop there? Why murder Alderman Cubey? Excellent point. It is, isn't it? So, Your Honor, So Your Honor agrees there was no reason for the murder, correct? Perhaps the killing was on the spur of the moment. You're saying it wasn't premeditated? From the outset, I had no intention of paying heed to any of your babble. However, the fact is, the mayor made a startling discovery. A startling discovery? Why don't I like the sound of that? Alderman Cuby's secret identity. Apollo, I think Prosecutor Blackwell has figured out the Alderman's secret yeah, you think? But even if he has, why would it be a motive for the mayor to commit murder? This is not good. This patch of fur was discovered at the crime scene. It's from the mask worn by the amazing Ninetales. Therefore, we can conclude that this mask was at the crime scene. How the hell do you even get haircuts like these? Who's the barber? True. Like, Blackwell's haircut is believable. It's just all fluke. Apollo, we know Apollo actually he uses hair gel to put his little horns up like that. Athena? I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's the Pokemon trainer / duelist in her, I guess. But basically, a lot of hair gel, probably. The victim was a former pro wrestler and a member of the anti-murder movement. Need I say more? Well, could it really be? Your boldness has had an epiphany, I see. Our victim, Rex Cuby, was the amazing Ninetales, and the mayor's discovery of this fact was his motive for murder. Yikes. Yeah, I do wonder how much hair gel Apollo needs to make them stick up like that. At that point, these things have got to be razor sharp, immovable. Order! What a shocking development. A motive clearer than crystal clear. What do we do now, Apollo? I didn't think they'd tie in the Alderman's secret identity to the mayor's motive for murder. At last, we've reached my real point. Why did the Alderman have to forge a secret identity? I feel like I want to. I don't know. I'm not fully satisfied with the voice I'm giving Blackwell. I don't know. I'll work it out. Does it not pique your interest, your boldness? I admit it does. It is odd that he had to create this other persona. Persona I mentioned? Just to secretly participate in the anti-murder movement. Very astute of you, your boldness. Right, now take a look at this. Oh, there's the blackmail lad. I thought... Hold on, wait. If you value your dearest's life, you will merge Ninetales Vale with Temma Town. Do not tell anyone about this threat. If you do, consider your dearest as good as dead. Huh. Hold on, pause. What? Are they gonna say that Tenma sent him that blackmail letter? I'm pretty sure that's where they're going. Yeah, no, this entire system is built heavily in the prosecution's favor. It really is. It's also the fact that many of the prosecutors we have are just they're just very shady in one way or another. Either they're physically violent, or they're like Simon, who is just fucking gaslight girl boss. I mean, we haven't seen much gatekeep yet, but who's like who's very manipulative in a way, like in a way. But yeah, no, like everything in this system is heavily skewed in the prosecution's favor, and certain aspects of the game definitely make a lot more sense when you keep that in mind. Like certain logical logical points in this game make a lot more sense if you think about them at that angle. Keeping them like, if you keep in mind that like the defense has to do a lot more to even be heard and to present their case, and they just have to have more work to do in general. Yeah, for example, Francisca. Yeah, pretty much. The entire the entire setting of Ace Attorney, like the entire court system is set around the like it's built on the stance of like, if you're the prosecution, you mostly have an easy job. If you're the defense, go fuck yourself. And it sucks. It definitely sucks. Yeah, no, there's no but. It just sucks. But again, if you think about it, if you think about it that way, or if you always keep that in the back of your mind, it's easier to understand why things are happening the way they are in this game. Once you actually start thinking within the setting. Okay, the blackmail letter was found in Alderman QB's pocket. What? At present, the alderman's wife is in the hospital. And that letter is clear evidence the mayor was blackmailing him by threatening her life. Wait, didn't the blackmail letter sent to Mayor Temma go missing? Right after the alderman's murder? I think maybe the killer took the letter from the mayor after the murder and planted it into the alderman's pocket? It's possible, but we don't have any proof that that's what happened. I mean, we could still present it as a possibility. Again, are we not going to mention the fact that that Temma was also drugged? Talk about being up the creek without a paddle. Mayor Temma would have made a clean getaway if he'd just left after planting the yokai things. But he was knocked out cold by a sudden decision to kill the amazing Mr. Ninetails. So it was the amazing Ninetails counterattack that brought the entire crime to light. Yes, I was just saying that. Apollo, stay with me here. You picking up what I'm putting down? Wait a sec. Oh, oh dear God, there goes my fan. Hold on, 1 second. Okay, okay, my fan is just gonna be a little bitch. I hope it's not too audible, but oh well. Fulbright's claiming that the mayor killed the alderman after planting the yokai evidence. And that the mayor was knocked out cold immediately after that? Detective Fulbright, please add your previous statement to your testimony. There you go, attaboy. After playing the feathers and tracks. But we don't have any evidence, like, mentioning that he was drugged, right? We don't. Okay, let's press it then. So let me get this straight. You believe the mayor planted the yokai evidence before the murder, not after? Absolutely, and then he was knocked out cold by the alderman's last punch. He wouldn't have had a chance to plant the evidence after that. Something's not right here. Hard to believe that a stiff, humorless man like the mayor could be behind such a stunt. Okay, so we're tackling this from a different angle. Okay. We have to do something, Apollo, before they pin it all on the mayor. And we're gonna need to prove that Mayor Tenma didn't plan that yokai stuff. How are we supposed to do that? Okay, let's go back to the last statement. Let's take a look at the crime scene photo. Okay, so we gotta prove that this allegedly happened before. This allegedly happened before. I'm trying to, like... The only thing I can see right now... Okay, wait, he... Oh, okay, wait. Okay, wait. So what he's saying is first... the alderman, he drank the coffee, or whatever it was, then he passed out, then he planted the stuff, and then killed him. Wait a moment. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. It says right there, the feathers are on top of the blood. I'm stupid. Detective Fulbright, your sense of justice is anything but fair. What's this? You dare question my justice again? Yeah, this took it's obvious now that I really like now that I think about it. I don't know why that just didn't click with me at first. Yes, and I'm going to prove it to you. Take a look. Look at this photograph. This is the crime scene photo, and just what does this prove? It proves when the feathers and tracks were planted. But I already told you, they were planted before the murder. The defendant planted the yokai evidence, then was knocked out while killing his victim. Nuh-uh. But that would be impossible. If you look right here, it's clear when the feathers and tracks were left at the scene. Assuming it's here. Here. Aren't you just pointing to the yokai feathers and tracks, Mr. Justice? Yes. See how the feathers are on top of the blood, and the tracks were made in blood? In other words, the yokai evidence could have only resulted after the murder. Then the oh god, my nose. Ah. Then the mayor must have planted the evidence after killing the alderman. But you said it yourself, the mayor had been knocked unconscious thereafter. There would have been no time for him to plant any evidence at all. Therefore, there must have been someone else besides the mayor and the alderman at the crime scene. Ah, there must be some mistake! Order! Where's your evidence? You can't possibly have any, can you? Oh, I have evidence. In fact, I have an eyewitness's testimony for you. For you. Let me turn this up a bit on my end, actually. You do? But how? Oh, look at him! Look at the little pouties! He's so cute! He's such a silly goober! Was my vaunted sense of justice really just half-baked? He's taking this really hard. My god, what is up with my laptop? Okay, I think we're done for the time being. Mr. Justice, what is this testimony regarding a third party that you claim to have? I have it right here, Your Honor. It's the sworn testimony of Mr. Tenma's daughter. The witness, Jinxie Tenma, saw a yokai in the hallway after stumbling upon the case. It was a demon, Tenma Taro. He's the source of those feathers and tracks. You see, Apollo, you could have at least phrased that a little differently. You could have said someone wearing a Tenma Taro suit? At the very least. Now you just look insane. Even Fulbright's like, are you okay, boy? Will somebody please say something? The defense will explain to the court exactly what he means. You dare mock this court and justice itself! You're unfit to bear your name, boy! Your boldness, it appears our defense attorney here is delirious from exhaustion. Hey! I'm not delirious yet, but I am tired. Apollo, think of something quick before you're held in contempt of court. What do you think I'm trying to do? Before you decide whether I should step down, please hear me out. Very well, Mr. Justice, I'm all ears, but you had better explain yourself well. What was this yokai you were talking about? It's all in the statement here. Jinxie Tenma asserts that she saw Tenma Taro. After she discovered the crime scene and called the police, she came around a corner in the hall. It was around here. Okay, so he didn't come around the window, okay. That she saw Tenma Taro fleeing toward the foyer. The defense asserts that whoever was impersonating this monster, there you go, that's a better phrasing, is the one who left those feathers and tracks behind, intentionally or otherwise. What? How incredibly unjust! Why haven't I heard about this before? The defense just murdered someone else! So maybe wasn't the killer? It's all set up. The prosecutor is a convicted felon after all. Apollo, the momentum has shifted in our favor. Good. Now let's keep it that way. Something tells me we are not going to keep it that way. Little do you realize that though you are in the midst of a fray, your sword is broken. My sword? I didn't know I had one to break. Are you implying there's a problem with my claim? The other witnesses don't mention anything about it. Consider this. If that yokai impersonator had indeed fled toward the foyer, that fool and that fop would have seen him. Hey! There's only one fop in this game and it's not that pompous fucking clown. My brain my brain stopped there for a moment. I was trying to think of something and I couldn't. Anyway. Fool and fop? Oh, you mean Filch and... Whoops, I accidentally... You mean Filch and LaBelle. Both Phineas Filch and Florent LaBelle were in the foyer at the time. But they haven't stated that they saw a yokai, have they? Did you ever consider that yokai was but a figment of a scared little girl's imagination? Blah. Why didn't those two see the Tenma Taro impersonator pass by? Why don't we ask them ourselves? I was just about to say that myself. No, really, I was. Yeah, sure, of course. The defense would like to call Mr. Phineas Filch, caretaker of QB Manor, to the stand. I just know he must have seen something. One second. Realized I wasn't muted for those first couple slaps. Don't mind me. I trust you have no objections to to Mr. Justice's request, Prosecutor Blackquill. I understand that Mr. Filch is enjoying a nap out in the lobby. I knew that Tanuki was a rare find. But when we captured him, I didn't think he'd end up a witness. Do with him as you will. Did he just say captured? No, wait, I don't want to know. Very well then. Bailiff, please go wake Mr. Filch and escort him to the witness stand. Oh dear. Will the witness state his name and occupation, please? The name's Filch, Phineas Filch, caretaker of QB Manor. Oh, and this is for you, your lordship. A little something I thought you might like. What a fabulous pair of shoes! And your honor will do just fine, Mr. Filch. Saying this to not leave without saying anything? You're all good, all good. It's those shoes again. Don't they belong to Detective Fulbright? How does he do this? Don't tell me Filch stole them again. They're all yours, your honorship, sir. What? But they seem awfully expensive. Yep, too expensive for me, but I reckon they'd be perfect for someone like your honorship. It's a kind gesture, but legal ethics dictate I can't accept such gifts. Oh, ethics, methics, just take him if you want him. Polished them up real nice for you, too. I'm sorry about the shoes, Mr. Filch, but I will accept your testimony. The court would like to hear whether you saw Temataro in the foyer after the murder. At the time of the murder, I was on guard duty in the foyer, just like Mr. Kirby asked. I was making sure no one, fair, foul, fishy, or otherwise, could get to our guest. I was still in my office keeping a good watch when the murder happened after 3 p.m. But I didn't see nothing out of the ordinary, no sirree. There is something stuck in my laptop's fan, and it is making a ruckus. That yokai you keep jabbering on about was but a phantom of a little girl's dreams. So you're telling this court you never saw anyone dressed up like Temataro? Yep, was guarding the whole time, that's the truth, the holy truth, and nutter butter the truth. Then Temataro, you don't really believe in all that yokai mumbo jumbo, do ya? I certainly don't. Oh, we get to perceive again. Let's go. Our bracelet. It's... Ooh, we get a... Nice. Something the matter, Apollo? My bracelet keeps squeezing my arm. Really? So you think Mr. Filch has been lying to us? I wouldn't rule it out. Now, if I could just zero in on a tell... Some sort of nervous habit. Jesus Christ! What in the... What's a hawk doing in here? Birdie! Oh! He's giving him little scratchies. Oh! Oh, that's so cute. Allow me to introduce my trusty cohort, Taka. He seems to have taken quite a liking to the courthouse. Made it his new home, in fact. Bird! He doesn't live with you, you know, in jail. In jail? Oh, that was totally off. He doesn't live with you, you know, in jail? Who's ever heard of a courthouse bird? Taka simply loathes trickery and fraud. And that quip... And that queer power of yours seems to have offended my dear bosom buzzard. You heard it here first, folks. Simon's bird is homophobic. I know it's not that type of queer, but it was funny. I'm still gonna screenshot it because that's a nice out of context line. No, wrong thing. Where are we here? There we are. Could you please? Thank you. This isn't some sort of trick or ah! I won't be able to spot squat like this! What the heck's going on around here? Run for the hills! No pets or other animals allowed in the courtroom. Oh, that's gold. Somebody help! Oh, he's merely having a bit of sport. He won't harm you, save when truly famished. Oh, look at him! He's so adorable! He's just scratching himself. In that case, Prosecutor Blackquill, you will ensure your feathered friend is properly fed. Looks like we have to do this the old-fashioned way. We'll be fine, I think. If there was someone dressed as Temataro there, Filch should have seen him. The bald head is a good landing spot. Also, I imagine that would hurt. But whatever, I guess. We'll just have to put our faith in Jinxie's statement for now. Mr. Justice, please proceed with your cross-examination. Alright, let's see here. After murder, I was on guard duty in the foyer. Hold on, I gotta pour myself some more water. Okay. Mr. Filch, why did Alderman QB have you handle guard duty? Because he trusts me. I am the manor's caretaker after all. So you took scent guard duty seriously. Let me tell you something about me. I'm... Yikes! Why did you interrupt that? Listen here, you little tanuki. Get straight to the point and be quick about it. Court wishes to hear what you did or didn't see in the foyer, and not else. Yes, of course, sir. Right away, sir. Blackwell's got him completely under his thumb. Like I said, I was guarding the foyer entrance that day. I doubt we're gonna get too much information out of this with Simon being him, but we're gonna press anyway. So no one could get to him. Sounds like security was pretty tight. That's because there's always lots of sneaks and thieves around festival time. Yeah. And the solution was to entrust the manor's security to a thief. That's not even funny. Maybe it's a matter of stopping thieves by hiring one. After all, it takes one to know one. I don't know, it seems more like letting the fox guard the henhouse to me. So the witness testifies that he took his guard duty seriously. Yes, sir, your honorship, sir. Did you really keep an eye on the foyer the entire time? Oh, poor old Filchy, been working hard my whole life, only to be smeared by some greenhorn in his fancy schmancy suit and silly haircut. Sorry, Mr. Blackwell, sir. Didn't mean to get off subject there. Sheesh. Blackwell didn't even say anything. To answer your question, yes, I kept an eye on... No, both of them, in fact, on the foyer. Could you describe to the court who you would consider fishy looking? Someone all fidgety and chitty like, you know, like they're about to steal something. Okay. He, just described himself. I wonder why Mr. Filch didn't see Temmataro. Maybe Jinxie only thinks she saw Temmataro, or maybe Mr. Filch is lying. And if he's lying, we might be able to spot a contradiction in his testimony. Making sure no one could get there. Was still in my office. Keeping a good watch. Okay, hold on. You were in your office. I guess you could have seen... Maybe this. Maybe he wasn't actually keeping watch, and maybe he was using that TV. Oh yeah, they did mention there was a TV in the office. I'm a genius. I am the best. Don't lie to the court like that, Mr. Filch. Hey, it ain't right to bushwhack a fellow like that. I didn't even know that was a word. Unfortunately for you, I have evidence that proves you're lying. If you look at this TV listing here, you'll see that at the time of the crime, there was a pro wrestling match scheduled. Something you'd never miss. Ah! I didn't watch that one. No, sir. I was doing my job just like I was supposed to do. This guy doesn't know when to give up. Mr. Filch, someone even circled the match. It was you, right? Yipes! Not only that, you even told me you watched it. You said, and I quote, "It was a complete disaster." You did say that. So, do you admit to slacking off? You can't trick me with your Rudy Poo lawyer talk. I'm one of them professional types too. I can do double duties, watching TV and the foyer at the same time. The only thing Filch can claim to be a professional of is professional thief. But also he did just confirm that he was watching TV. Mr. Justice, you would have this court believe the witness was slacking off. That's correct. He claims to have been watching TV and the foyer at the same time. That's nothing but a bold-faced lie, because wasn't the TV facing away? Bald, you say, but I'm not the one who's lying. Perhaps you meant the witness, Mr. Justice. Well, not... And in that case, let's see what evidence you can offer. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you would have been looking away. Please take a look at this diagram. The direction of the TV. The direction the TV is facing. Now, unless Mr. Filch has eyes where his right ear would be, I think it would be pretty impossible to watch the foyer entrance and the TV at the same time. Why, yes, someone watching TV there couldn't possibly see the entrance. Exactly. And that means, Mr. Filch, you were slacking off and were not in the watching the foyer as you claim. Yipes! The bat's out of the cat. I mean, other way around. Order! But Mr. Justice, is Mr. Filch's less than stellar work ethic relevant to the case? Yeah. It's very relevant because while he was slacking off watching TV, there really could have been a Temataro impersonator in the foyer. What now? Granted, this Tanuki was lax in his duties, but he still had the foyer entrance covered. What are you talking about? He's talking about the surveillance camera. Oh, look at this scratchy. This. I'm not a mind reader. Yeah! Auditory sense. His eyes may have been slacking off, but his ears were still hard at work. Right, Tanuki? They were? I mean, yes. But you already admitted to slacking off. Now you say you weren't? My eyes might be lazy, but my ears ain't. I would have heard anyone in the foyer. You see, the foyer floor and stairway get all creaky squeaky when someone walks on them. Creak, 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 loud enough to wake the dead, I reckon. So, you're saying you didn't hear anybody walk by? Yep, my ears are working full time. So who's the liar now, you no-good shyster? A lying thief calling me a shyster. This has to be the low point of my fledgling career. Gotta hand it to you, Mr. BLACKQUILL, sir. You really are something else. I mean, you don't miss a thing, and the bags under your eyes, they're darker than mine. Fair warning, Mr. Filch. Taka is particularly fond of Tanuki. Should you lie to this court again, you may suddenly find yourself on the menu. Yips! Please don't leave me, Mr. Taka, sir. The witness will henceforth testify truthfully, under penalty of painful bird attacks. And with that in mind, the court requests that the witness revise his testimony accordingly. Okay. Ears working overtime. We're gonna take a small break here. It's already been almost 2 hours. Damn. We're gonna take a small break here so I can give my voice some rest, maybe get a snack, go to the bathroom, do all kinds of stuff. And we will be back in about 10-ish minutes. I almost fell out of my chair. As I was saying, be back in roughly 10 minutes. Take a moment to get up, do some stretching, get something to drink, hydrate, get a snack if you want to. And we shall be back soon. I'll also be running ads in the meantime on the Twitch side. And we are back. Back with more testimony. I got myself a little snack. My voice is doing fine, more or less. So we're just gonna see how far we can keep this going. I do want to at least finish up the trial today. And maybe get started on the investigation, depending on how far we go and how far my voice takes me. But yeah. Alright, let's get this testimony over with. The sooner we can get this guy off the stand, the better. It's true, I was watching a pro wrestling match on the office TV. Whoops. My eyes might have been slacking off, but my ears, they were working overtime. The floor, there's all creaky, squeaky like. No way I would have missed at someone walking by. So you see, there were no Temataro in the Superstition is the religion of feeble minds. Understand? A simple, rational explanation is best. Forget yokai, demons, and such. Welcome back. Thank you. We must use common sense. For lacking that, our entire world would be but upside down. Says the convicted prosecutor, who is totally a sign of the end times for the legal world. And besides, if there were any yokai roaming around, I'd nab him and sell him to the zoo. I wonder whether Jinxie was just seeing things. That seems to be the general consensus, but I'm sticking to my guns. But if we can't prove she saw Temataro, the mayor should be convicted. Then we better hope my guns fire bullets, not BBs. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Alright, bitch, let's see what you got. You are paid for your work, aren't you? So how do you justify watching TV on the job? But it ain't easy being me. I mean, I can't watch TV when we have visitors and there's no way to record stuff. Sorry, am I supposed to be consoling you over your first world problems? If those are his only problems, he should consider himself lucky. Really. I guess pro wrestling's serious business to Mr. Filch. You lied earlier about taking your guard duty seriously. Didn't you? Oh, that ain't no harm in bending the truth a little, right? Thank you. Actually, thank you, Simon. Listen to me, you little tanuki. Lie again, and Taka shall feast upon that forked tongue of yours. Hell yeah. Sorry, just let me keep my tongue. At least leave it until we get the truth out of him in any case. You were negligent in your duties, were you not? Yes, sir, I was, sir, but it ain't like that. So, you have pretty good ears, Mr. Filch. As good as they come, I'd say. Ain't nothing to hear a creaky floor. Plus, the Temataro makes a sound when he goes by, it's like a jingle jangle. Okay. How does he do that? It's that stuff! Didn't Jinxie say that he normally... Well, no, wait, there aren't many depictions of Temataro, but this one has no staff. Thanks for the compliment, Apollo. You're so nice, my ears are great. My one comment. My wisdom. That's what jingle jangles. What's he talking about, Apollo? Beats me, but I guess Temataro has a staff that makes noise. Come to think of it, didn't Jinxie mention something like that too? She said she saw Temataro holding a staff-like object that made a jangly sound. Guess that's the source of the noise then. Well, Mr. Justice? Hell yeah, we do! Extremely vital. I request that it be added to his testimony. I'll press that one again, just for good measure. So Temataro's staff makes a distinctive sound. Yep, like a jingle and a jangle. Wait. Yeah, Jinx said something about Temataro making a jangly sound. I think we're missing something here, but I can't quite put a finger on it. Yeah, no, we know what it is, but I want to press that last statement too. Please tell the court, what did Jinxie see if it was not Temataro? She's always going on about seeing this yokai or that. Just an active imagination, I reckon. That is more than an imagination. If you're seeing things... She won't even come near me because she thinks I'm some sort of tanuki monster. Honestly, probably the right decision. Can't say I blame her. So, Mr. Filch, you chalk it up to a child's active imagination. Yep, no Temataro or anyone else got in or out of QB Manor on my watch. Apollo, what could this mean? Do you think Jinxie was just seeing things? Well, if that's the case, the details she provided were pretty impressive. But if we're to continue believing Jinxie's statement, we'll have to uncover Filch's lie. Right. Or find out why he can't tell the truth. I don't think so, good sir. We're doing pretty good in this case so far. Temataro's staff... Oh god, the sun is right in my eye. Okay, better. Temataro's staff would make a jingly sound, you say. Well, I'm going to say that your story doesn't add up. Is there something the defense would like to share with the court? Mr. Filch, you say that you didn't see Temataro on the day of the incident. Why then did you assume just now that Temataro would be holding a staff? Uh-huh. You see, the Temataro Jinxie saw held a staff in his hands. And she described its sound just like you did, as a kind of jangly sound. Yeah, so he was holding a staff. What's your point? The point is that Temataro doesn't use a staff. Not normally. What are you talking about? You see, this is the only known document depicting Temataro. Is there a staff in that picture, Mr. Filch? You're right, there's no staff. Not even a cane or a walking stick. So the question is, why does the witness think Temataro uses a staff? I believe the answer will overturn the prosecution's case on the most basic level. Well now, this is getting interesting. Alright, Mr. Justice, it's time to show the court where you're going with this. Please tell the court why Mr. Filch believes Temataro carries a staff. Of course, Your Honor. It's obviously because Filch is a fucking scatterbrain. Mr. Filch Mr. Filch obviously has a few screws loose. So it's no surprise he would make a mistake like that. Now hold it right there. As caretaker of QB Manor, I keep every screw nice and tight. I rest my case. With an assertion like that, this court wonders whether the defense has a screw loose too. Oh, he does. Yes. Here's a penalty to make sure you keep your screws in tighter next time. Ah, these are good. Let's try that again. Of course, of course. The real answer is that Filch believes that Temataro carries a staff. And he's right. That scroll is just bogus. Maybe the scroll is incorrect. There could be an older drawing that shows Temataro with a staff. And Mr. Filch could have seen that. If that were the case, then the fact that the witness believes Temataro had a staff would not be an issue. Oh, in that case, I retract my previous statement. Apollo! Not so fast, Mr. Justice. You must be held accountable for your flights of fancy. Ouch, a legal smackdown. These are great. Okay, yeah. Actually, wait, let's just reload because I'm not gonna give up that extra health. I wonder if we can make it through this trial without losing a single health point. That would be nice. I mean, like, without losing a single health point that, like, isn't on purpose. He actually saw Temataro. Mr. Filch actually saw Temataro right after the crime occurred. That's the only way he could possibly know about the staff. Bloody hell, you duplicitous little duplicus? Duplicitous little. Yes! How'd that feel, Blackquill? Also, he looks like he just got cut himself. Like, he just got fucking, like, cut down. My guy is sweating. Not so fun when you're on the receiving end of the blade, is it? Admit it, Mr. Filch. You did see Temataro that day, didn't you? Well? I'm begging you, please don't make me say it. But clearly you did see Temataro. Stop stalling and testify to that fact. No can do, no way, no how. You ain't got no idea how terrifying he can be. Does he believe in it too? Mr. Filch still won't admit to seeing Temataro, even though everyone knows he did. The question now is why? Why? We still going. We still going. We're gonna try to finish this trial today. At the very least. Mr. Filch is scared to death. Is that why you can't admit the truth? Come to think of it. Yeah, Jinxie did mention that. Yep. In the event that you do look and then tell anyone what you saw, Temataro will claim your soul. Jinxie wouldn't admit to seeing Temataro after hearing about the village superstitions. She said that if she told anyone that she had seen him, he'd claim her soul. Wait, you think Filch believes that too? So, Mr. Big-Time City Slicker Lawyer has heard about him. Them old village superstitions. Will the defense please explain what the witness is talking about? The people of Ninetails Vale believe some pretty strange things. Hey now. And their superstitions may be the reason our witness here can't admit the truth. The truth that he really did see Temataro. Darn straight, that's why. It's all right here. Wow. It's just a book called Village Superstitions. Let's see, do not gaze upon him, do not tell others if you see him, ignoring it will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it, your immediate departure from the village. Freeing him will bring ruin upon the village. You see, that's why us folks in Ninetails Vale can't talk about seeing Temataro. It just says village superstitions. Wow, not even like beliefs. No, it just says superstitions. That clears up one mystery. The killer took advantage of the superstition by wearing a Temataro costume. They knew that that way no one could talk about him, so it was as if he never existed. The defense holds that this Temataro impersonator is the true killer. Superstitions, you say? What kind of fool would actually believe such rubbish? And who would you... And with that... Wait, what? Who would believe such rubbish, and would that believe that using some silly fairy tale could so easily expose the culprit? You'll need to come up with a more rational, common sense explanation than that. Your common sense seems awfully narrow-minded to me, Prosecutor Blackwell. Wow. Try living in my world of narrow cells, mortal danger, and dark, sleepless nights. There is no lack of superstitions in the clink, but few are those who truly believe in them. Well, the village superstitions are real enough to the people of Ninetails Vale. A life or death superstition might make even you a believer. Where do these cuts come from? Who's cutting you? Order, I say! Fool of a Tanuki. 2 times now. Your lies have cost me. Sorry. I promise not to do it again. Little bitch. Taka, my fine feathered friend. Have at him. Attaboy! He's gonna eat me alive! Head for the hills! He took off. Bailiff, what are you waiting for? After him! And with your fastest men! That's certainly not something you see every day. In this court? Meh. Well, it would seem a new and important fact has come to light. A third party disguised as the Okai Temataro was at the sea. Now we have 2 witnesses who can attest to that fact. Any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell? Yeah. Uh-oh. Whoa. Huh? Ah! His shackles. He just slammed him. He just slam broke him. Jesus Christ! I'm too young to die. I love the menacing music. Justice, dunno. Long has it been since I've been forced to draw my blade. You'd best say your prayers. Eek! Gotta say though, he's got good aim. The detective, do something! Have no fear, Fallbright is here! When the going gets tough, the champion of justice gets going! Then get going already before he kills us! Oh, but I stand in awe of Simon Blackwell, for it is his sense of justice that set him free! Objection! Objection! I object to Detective Fulbright's definition of justice! Ooh! Hey! Huh. I'm not in the habit of cutting down unarmed cowards. Oh, well, in that case, Prosecutor Blackwell, can I ask you to, you know... I think the judge forgot he's in charge here. And now he's just standing there without his shackles. You know what? Sure. So, Justice Deno's assertion is this. Tenma Taro is the real killer, not Maya Tenma. According to him, there was a yokai at the scene of the crime. Right. And that yokai, or rather whoever was impersonating him, killed Alderman Q. Ah! Had to explain why Jinxie, being the first to discover the murder, did not see your alleged killer yokai there in the Fox Chamber. He's right. She said nothing about Tenma Taro being in the Fox Chamber. Let me enlighten you. That little scamp heard a dying scream right before she opened the chamber door. Door. And your point is? Upon opening the door, she found a freshly skewed murder victim, the Alderman, and the homicidal maniac who had killed him, the mayor. No, there must have been someone dressed up like Tenma. Then, why does that little scamp claim not to have seen a yokai in the Fox Chamber? Considering her father is accused of murder, surely she would have mentioned any third party that might have been in the room. I don't understand. Why didn't she see Tenma Taro inside the Fox Chamber? There is but one way to find out. Ask Jinxie Tenma whether she saw your killer yokai at the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. The final battle draws nigh. Only one of us will leave here alive. I'd hope both of us leave here alive, but I'm gonna be honest. Ideally all 3, 4, how many there are of us? Long has my blade thirsted for blood. At long last it shall be sated. Wait, this is still a trial, right? Show me what you're truly capable of. Justice Dono? Taka is ready to kill a man. Very well then. Both parties no doubt need some time to regroup. So the court will take a 10-minute recess in order to... Three minutes. I'm sorry, but a 3-minute recess? Just so. Plenty of time if your destination of intent is the loo. The loo? You mean the bathroom? Sheesh. At least include enough time to wash your hands. See that you take no more than 3 minutes. All latecomers will be punished. Yes, sir. I hereby declare a 3-minute recess before the battle begins. I declare Prosecutor Blackquill the winner of this round of Simon Says. Doesn't bode well for us if the prosecutor is running the show, does it? It sure does not. He busted out of his shackles. Yeah, what was all that about? Guess they don't make shackles like they used to. That or the man is just ridiculously strong. Both of which could be true. Better be careful, Apollo. You've really brought out the samurai in him. Especially after you proved there was a Tenma Taro impersonator at the manor. What's with that guy and the whole samurai stick anyway? Oh, hello there. Such fine swordsmanship. That is no mere act. Mr. Justice, it's high time I challenge this jailhouse prosecutor to a duel. No, wait, let's save the dueling until after we prove your innocence. I suppose it could wait until later. Does anyone remember we're conducting a trial here? Athena, I'm gonna go wash up. Remember what Blackquill said, Apollo? Don't be late. You already wasted a whole minute. Run, bitch. 10:43 p.m. a.m. Now then, I believe our next witness is Miss Jinxie Tenma, a maid at QB Manor. I believe we can proceed now, if the witness is ready, that is... Oh dear. Nudarichon? The leader of the 100 demons, he really does exist! Wow, that is one well-polished tray. The witness will show her face while in court, or her testimony will be inadmissible. What is it, my child? Viga Nudarichon, leader of the 100 demons. Oh, you think I'm a yokai? Well, I was once known as a judicial monster of sorts. The beast of the bar, the demon of due process, if you will. My charm has no effect. The demon of due process? Not sure I can see that one. Now, you little scamp. Yes? I trust you know why you're here. Bags. Bags. Oh, that tricksy Tanuki. Try the noodle stand, and go enjoy a big bowl of Tanuki tail noodles while you're at it. I thought she was referring to Simon's eye bags at first. Everyone's a comedian. No, I meant... Oh, she did mean his bags. The ones under your eyes. You must have trouble sleeping. Here, this charm will keep Azuki Arai away. Azuki Arai? The yokai that washes Azuki beans? I forgot his accent for a second there. The only thing needing washing will be your father's neck before I take his head clean up. Jesus Christ, Simon! Azuki Arai often keeps people up at night with the noise he makes washing beans. But if you stick this charm on your forehead, you won't hear him anymore. Is that so? Well, thank you. Oh, that's cute. Looks like Prosecutor Blackquill got more than he bargained for. Can't resist the well-meaning little lass, can he? They're allowed to say what in court? Wait, they're allowed to say what in court? Wait, what did I miss? They're bad enough alone, but together these two are just plain creepy. Your testimony, if you please, Miss Tenma. Specifically, whether or not you saw Tenma Taro when you discovered the crime scene. Your father's neck? I mean, people have said worse things in court. Did I see Tenma Taro in the fox chamber? Well, when I opened the door, I saw... Yes, now I remember. Yokai, right there in that room. Well, that was short. So there was a yokai at the scene of the crime. Lots and lots of them. Wait, more than one yokai? Did Tenma Taro happen to be among them? I don't know. I just don't know. All I know is the room was swimming in yokai. Kakasha, Nudikabe, Seta Taisho, they were all there. Well, this is an unexpected turn of events. We've gone from no yokai to a flood of them. This is ludicrous. You would have this court listen to this delusional little scamp's testimony. Why me? Your Honor, I believe her testimony is simply clouded by fear. But a quick therapy session should ease her mind. With the court's permission, of course. What a fabulous idea. Please proceed, Miss Sykes. Wow, that was... You sure you know what you're doing, Athena? She's obviously not herself. The trauma of discovering that crime scene and fear of testifying have her dazed and confused. A regular ball of confusion. But my analytical psychology-based approach should be able to help. Any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell? Shall we let Miss Sykes proceed? It makes no difference to me. Do as you will, but I doubt we shall get any viable testimony. She'd be better served by bearing witness to the sword skills I forged in a distant land. I'll show you. Mood Matrix time. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. That's what she saw. Found something. Looks like an out-of-control emotion. Oh well, that's what we assume she saw, I suppose. Athena, what exactly are we looking at here? Oh, this? It's one of Widget's functions. Right here you can see images and emotions extracted from the witness's voice. Whoa, you mean that little thing can do all this? Pretty cool, huh? And here I thought it was just some kid's toy. Get fucked! Unfortunately, all I'm getting is an overflow error right now. See how sad is brightly lit there at the bottom left? She's under an uncontrollable amount of distress, which is masking her other emotions. It seems the sheer terror she experienced has made her a confused mess. So... Oh, that's Apollo. So all those yokai things she saw are a product of rampant emotions? That's right. Her fear has instilled in her hallucinations and false memories. She's seeing normal everyday objects as monsters in her head. It's a form of schizophrenic hallucination brought on by emotional trauma. Well, damn. And the trauma in Jinxie's case is fear. Oh, that poor girl. So she was and still is seeing ordinary objects as yokai. Did someone get her a fucking therapist? Get her some medication. Has no one considered that before? We'll have to find the root cause of her extreme fear before I can treat it. Now let's see. Apollo, can you point out the yokai on the Wheel of Fire? She seems particularly terrified of that one. Okay. Okay. Let's probe. Fireball ghost. Wall monster. Cup mode monsters. Raccoon dog. Okay, yeah. If she has schizophrenia like that, she might even be seeing some of the things in the courtroom as yokai. Oh, definitely, definitely. Like, it's like she is shaking in her boots at every little thing. Like, I cannot imagine what, like, the things she's seeing. Like, if she even thinks of people as as yokai or as monsters, demons, whatever. That's Kasha, a yokai that steals the bodies of the recently deceased. I bet it came to steal the aldermans. It's almost creepy how well that fits the actual situation. Exactly, it's a form of hallucination where the patient can't see things for what they are. There must be something at the scene of the crime that she's mistaking for Akasha. It's the chandelier. The chandelier. The chandelier. Apollo, you need to point out what she thought was a yokai on a wheel of fire. I think I know the answer now. Jinxie, that wasn't Akasha you saw. Could you have possibly mistaken this for Akasha? That light fixture? This one, right here. It has a flame design and is up there on the ceiling. There was never a yokai on a wheel of fire. The Kasha you saw was just a light fixture. Eek! Okay, we're gonna have to do this with everything. That's one memory back to normal. Nice job! Now that you've got the hang of it, it should be a cinch to point out the rest. Jinxie, what about this wall-like monster? That is Nurikabe. It's a wall monster that blocks your way or leads you astray. That's no yokai, Jinxie. It's a folding screen. Okay, I'm glad we don't have to actually, like, point everything out ourselves. And this raccoon dog isn't a tanuki monster. It's just the statue of one. Eek! And look, these are just coffee cups. And this right here, it's nothing more than a fox statue. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh no, the tray broke. Never mind, it's back. Okay, we're down to 50. You did it, Apollo. Her extreme fear is under control now. It was all just my eyes playing tricks on me. There weren't any yokai at all. See? A clear-cut statement. That's the power of my psychology and your intuition, Apollo. God, I love this part of the OST. I love this part of the theme. I have a thing for guitar segments in OSTs or songs. And just like we thought, there never really were any yokai in the Fox Chamber. Yeah. We kind of just fucked ourselves here. Right. There never really were any yokai there. So the defense is asserting the exact opposite of their original assertion. Wait. Jinxie, what about Temataro? There wasn't anyone there dressed up as Temataro or any other yokai either. I remember it clearly now. You've gotta be joking. Oh, they finish each other. They're finishing each other's sandwiches. I think we just dug our own grave. Allow me to push you on in. It's the least I could do. Shush. No. Apollo, can I interrupt your freak out for just a minute? I'm still picking up some noise. It's an unexpected emotion. Does that mean Jinxie hasn't remembered everything yet? Exactly, we should be able to get something else out of her. I'll enter the new information we have and run an update. Okay, now we got the normal thing. 1 second. 1 moment. Give me a minute. Okay. Let's see. Okay, there's that. Oh, you can't see it. The confusion, the surprise marker is ding, but I think that's normal. Okay, it's stronger. More surprise now and less sadness. Still surprise and sadness. The alderman down here and Papa collapse in a chair. Nobody else was there, and that includes Temataro. Why is she surprised here? Why is... You can't see it very well, but she's... Why is she surprised or confused or whatever here? Maybe it's this? This... Okay, never mind. That doesn't seem... Yeah, no, okay. So it's not unexpected? Hello, is there anybody in there? Just nod if you can hear me. Wow. Guess there is someone at home, and that someone is going to try that again. Okay, you know what? Worth it for the funny dialogue. Okay, hold on. Did I see Temataro in the fox chamber? So scared when I entered the room. Maybe it's the fact that there's like a lot, like, the surprise is strong in these ones, but... Okay, I'm kind of lost here, so this is gonna be a bit of trial and error. Because all of this seems pretty... Unless I'm like, hold on, let me pay more attention to these. But I'm pretty sure I didn't see the other ones. No, it's just those two emotions. Okay, let's... That's not it either, okay. Did I see maybe it's this... Did I see Temataro in the fox chamber? Maybe... I feel very dumb. Right now. No. Okay, did I see Temataro in the fox chamber? Oops. I was so scared when I entered the room. Okay. Maybe the surprise here. Legs gave up and fell to the floor. There in the fox chamber I saw... Down the table and Papa collapsed on the chair. Nobody else was there. Wait, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, no, I know. Okay, this, yep, yeah, okay, yeah. It's not just contradictory emotions you should look out for. You should also keep an eye out for sudden changes in an emotion's intensity. Okay, now, okay. I was thinking of that, so I have an idea, yep. Okay, yeah. I do know where to go here. I'm pretty sure it's this, because the surprise marker is like suddenly like amping up. Like it's only a little here, and now it's boom. I think. Please. Never mind. I am stupid. Maybe it's like how little sadness there's here. I don't... Okay, apparently that was it. Okay. Oh, that's why. Okay, I guess. The amount of fear you felt is rather low despite your legs having given out from fright. Did something have lessened your fear? Actually, I did experience a sudden burst of courage at that moment. You did? Where did it come from? Let me think. Oh, it was Mama. I suddenly felt as if she was there with me. Okay, I'll enter a sudden burst of courage. Now let's see. Look! Oh, look at her! Look at her determined face. Apollo, the noise is all gone. Jinxie seems to have remembered everything now. But what does that do for us? What is that? How does that help us? A sudden burst of courage. Now, where could that have come from? Jinxie, was there something that gave you a sudden burst of courage? Yes, there was, but I realized I had done something naughty when I thought about it later. Any idea what could have given Jinxie that courage? Well, there is one piece of evidence that comes to mind. I wonder if she saw something like it at the scene of the crime. Jinxie, did your sudden burst of courage have anything to do with this? Yeah, so was that maybe there? Was there a flower somewhere? I can't... Oh. Jinxie, you didn't happen to see a nine-tailed flower there at the scene, did you? Ah! The demon lawyer strikes again! I can't hide anything from you. I found a small case with a picture of a nine-tailed flower on it. I liked it so much, I kept it. A small case? You what? You can't remove evidence from a crime scene? That's right, young lady. Removing evidence is a big no-no. Now, the witness will produce said evidence this instant. Sorry. It does seem to be some sort of case. Oh, look, something slid out. It appears to be a key. Is that the master key, maybe? The one that disappeared? Might I have a look, your boldness? Ah. This is none other than the master key to QB Manor. Are you certain of this, Prosecutor Blackquill? Oh, look at him. He's such a good boy. Such a good boy. It matches the serial number of the key that went missing after the murder. Master key that went missing? Why don't I like the sound of that? Our little scamp here has stumbled upon an article of unimaginable consequence. That's a little melodramatic, don't you think? Heed these words, for I shall say them but once. The sole key to the Fox Chamber has been in this little scamp's constant possession. Oh no. Ergo, she was the sole person who could use it before, during, and after the murder. Which leaves the master key as the only other key that could have opened the chamber. But this master key was found in a room that had been locked by this girl. And your point is... until Jinxie Tenma opened the Fox Chamber with her key, the room had been locked tight from the outside world. And there was no one else in there save the victim and his killer. I trust you have figured it out for yourself by now. Slam. A killer other than Mayor Tenma himself would be utterly inconceivable. Inconceivable. shit. How could this happen? The defense's assistants will refrain from growling her frustrations. Athena, are you alright? I know Mayor Tema's innocent, but there's nothing we can do. This sucks. You're right, Widget. This does suck. Sucks, Dono. Allow me to put you out of your misery. Can I decline your offer? Abandon your client and your misplaced faith in him. Let the relief of a clear head and a clean conscience come rushing in. That will make the inevitable guilty verdict far easier to accept. Great, now he's playing Simon Says with us. Well, he's not going to fool us with his stupid mind games. Right, Athena? Athena, don't fall for his tricks. No, I'm the one who's dazed and confused. I can't even think straight. Are you alright? She fell right into his trap. Now I suggest you make a mad dash from the courtroom and into the wild blue yonder. Only by running shall your mind be cleared and your conscience cleansed. Alright, I'll be back in 10. Stay with me, Athena. Don't let yourself be twisted by that samurai. Haha, get it? Because he's the... Apollo? Okay, never mind. Mr. Justice, I heard the word objection, but what is it you object to? Huh? Oh, right. That objection was more of a reflex than anything else. Although I was hoping something would come to me while I was trying to stop Athena. The court is waiting, Mr. Justice. Though as it stands now, I'll be forced to declare your client guilty and your legal skills suspect if this is it. Now, do you have anything that could overturn the prosecution's case? Well... Actually, I do. I'm Apollo Justice and I'm fine! Apollo, you do have something more than your cords of steel, don't you? Not really, but we'll be fine! Really taking after your boss here. But I've done absolutely nothing, but that's never stopped me before. You were so right about that. I have to explain how the real killer could have escaped that locked room. Because it's all over if I don't. Apollo, this calls for a new approach. Try to think outside the box. Or in this case, inside the box. And what a doozy that locked room is, too. Do you have anything that can counter the prosecution's argument? You bet I do! The real killer must have escaped from the locked room one way or another. Vague conjecture shall only earn you a taste of my blade, Justice Dono. Time to do or die. Literally. The defense will now explain how it would be possible to escape the locked room. You sure about this, Apollo? Can you really explain what happened? I'm fine. We just need to think this whole opening a locked room thing over from the beginning. So, let's see. If the killer had escaped, how could they have done so? Choices are pretty limited. The room has a window, but it doesn't open wide enough for anyone to get through, and there's a sheer cliff outside. As for the air vent, it's up too high, and there's nothing you could stand on to reach it. The room. The locked room. And needless to say, forbidden chamber wouldn't open no matter what we did, so that's out. Is it? Oh god, I had to stretch for a moment there. Ah, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's why we gotta keep the solution simple. Like they say, simple is best. We need to rule out all of the absolutely impossible escape routes. Then whatever is left just might lead us to how the Fox Chamber was compromised. Your Honor, the defense proposes that the killer escaped through... Wow. I mean, if she saw Temataro come this way, then it has to have been like the entrance, right? The hallway door. Well, yes, I suppose that would be the only way out. It would appear you've already forgotten. The only available key until Jinxie Tenma came on scene was within that locked room. Well, yeah. Oh, that's what you mean. How would one exit the Fox Chamber and then lock it without a key? I should have seen this coming. Remember, Apollo, keep it simple. Simple, right. I could understand if the killer had exited the room with the key, but... I mean... What if you just slide it under? I mean, that's a pretty, like, classic way to do it. Just slide the key back under. Prosecution has some fine Japanese steel waiting unless you explain yourself quickly. He is ready indeed. I'm fine. I can explain myself. Was locked because... Let's see. It was because Tenma locked it from inside. Mayor Tenma locked it himself after he... Oh, after the... I thought he was gonna say Mayor Tenma locked it himself after he killed Alderman QB. He locked it himself after the killer fled the scene. Just in case the killer decided to return. That would explain why the room was locked. I see. Then again, wouldn't Mayor Tenma have mentioned that himself? Oh, maybe it slipped his mind because of that blow to his head. Ah! I've already considered and investigated such possibilities. You have? The mayor's fingerprints were not found on the door or its doorknob. Doorknob. The only fingerprints found belonged to the alderman. Ergo, the mayor did not so much as touch the door. Oops. Oopsie daisies. Okay, then how about... the door locked on its own? Maybe the door closed accidentally. On its own? Whoosh! The killer would never be identified if we attribute key moments to mere chance. Perhaps that spear just happened to fly off the wall and impale the alderman too. But wouldn't that be nice? And perhaps the sedative just happened to make its way into his coffee. Mere chances could explain any number of things. Right. Next idea then. Okay, let's reload. The perp locked it from outside. What if the room was locked from the outside? In other words, the killer took the key through the hallway door and locked it. Consider this. The master key was found inside the tightly locked fox chamber. Any assertion that the key was removed from that room is a blatant contradiction of fact. Monkey Polo. Exiting the room before locking the door would require taking the key outside. But the key was found inside the room, which does seem like a contradiction. If only we could explain both. Like, how the key could be inside the room and be used to lock the door from outside. Well, let's see if the defense can respond before Prosecutor Blackwell draws his sword. He is ready. Oh, we get 2 multiple choice questions? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Slipped in when it was open, threw it from inside, chain. Actually, wait, it could be either of these. Wait, no. This one is obviously wrong, so we're gonna go with this first. If the door had been rebuilt after the key... If the door had been rebuilt after the key was placed in the room, that would explain how it got there. And the original door? Where did that disappear to? Well, I guess it's highly unlikely that the door was rebuilt in the first place, so penalty! How could have someone gotten the key? How could someone... Is that correct grammar? How could someone have someone... That doesn't sound correct. Let's try that again. Despite the room being locked tight, slipped it in when the door was opened. Threw it in from outside. Maybe the vent? Maybe the vent, actually. Maybe this is the right option. Maybe they threw it in from outside somehow. Or they slipped, you know, or still, again, they slipped it under the door. It's also an option. So obviously we're gonna go with, slipped it in when the door, obviously we're gonna go with this first. Because this seems like the wrong option. Maybe someone threw it in from the hallway when Jinxie opened the door? That would explain- Perhaps we should ask the little scamp herself. When you opened the fox chamber, did you witness anyone throw the master key inside? Sorry, I didn't see anyone else there. Oh. What a pity. Or perhaps you intend to accuse the witness of murder. You leave me no choice, a penalty for random speculation and lack of foresight. Okay. They threw it in. What if someone threw it into the room from the outside? You know, something like go out the hallway door, lock the room, and then toss the key back in through the window. That would explain how the master key could be inside the locked room. Oh, he held back. And where do you throw? And where would you throw it from? There's a cliff outside the fox chamber's window. Throwing the key throwing the key in from there is an impossibility. Oh. Right. I wonder if the key could have been tossed in from somewhere other than the window. Somewhere other than the window. Yeah. From the air duct. The air vent. Yes. The window may be out of the question, but the air vent's not. Oh, that's right. The fox chamber's air duct. It leads into the hallway. That's right. The real killer entered the air duct from the vent outside the Fox chamber. Then dropped the key into the room, through the vent inside the chamber. That's preposterous! Ooh, that explains how the key got in there after it was used to lock the door perfectly. Mr. Justice, I'm afraid I'm a bit confused. What else is new? Don't worry. I'll explain it so even Your Honor can understand. I'll explain it so even you dumb bitch know what I'm talking about. First, the real killer disguised as Temataro murdered the alderman in the Fox chamber. Then they fled the room, through the hallway door, and locked it. Next, they entered the air duct from the vent and outside. From the vent outside of the hallway. Finally, the killer tossed the key into the room through the air vent in the ceiling there. Love this OST. All that was left to do after that was go back through the duct and flee the manor. Well, Your Honor, could that be any clearer? Amazing, even I could follow that. Why do you have your gavel up? The judge seems really pleased. That explains everything. The real killer was someone dressed up like Temataro. And there was someone else other than the mayor and the alderman in that room. Looks like that lawyer has beaten the jailbird prosecutor. Oh, that was a total turnabout. I don't know what to say. That Master Ford seems what? Seems what now? See, that massive forehead of his seems so much more attractive now. Is that Clavier? Is Clavier is Clavier cross-dressing over there? Did he transition like within the year that we haven't seen him? Now that I've proved a possible third party, I don't see how our client could be guilty. Okay. A valiant effort, Justice Dono, but your final thrust missed its mark. Huh? Both that little scamp and the tricksy Tanuki saw the yokai after it left the room. Huh? But then what? Did that irksome yokai simply go through the foyer and waltz right out of the front door? That's exactly what happened. The killer fled from the... Yeah! But that is impossible. Without being spotted by the foyer's security camera, that is. The electric eye here would have captured any pesky little yokai trying to escape. However, there is no sign of Temataro anywhere in the security footage. What? Save for the foyer entrance. There is no other way to flee the manor, is there? I don't feel so good. He just fades away. Wait, I believe there is one other way to escape besides the foyer entrance. There's a large window in the foyer. It's possible to escape through there without being seen by the security camera. Good thinking, Athena. I actually didn't remember that. You're right. Or not, according to him. Must I point out every crucial detail to the defense? It seems you lack not only brains, but investigative prowess to boot. If only we had, I don't know, a detective to help us investigate and didn't have to do everything on our own. You know, that is the cliff side of the manor. Huh. The only killer escaping that way would be a dead one. We did find the mask by the cliffs or the river side. Was that there? Huh. Wait, so the killer didn't escape out the foyer window? What the fuck? Right? Ha. I suppose your next proposal is the killer sprouted wings and flew off into the sunset. Funny you would say that. That would mean the killer really was a yokai. If only we had some sort of evidence that could point to a flying killer. Who's saying we don't? As completely far-fetched as it might be. What? You're saying you can prove the killer could fly? Yeah? Whoa, I thought I was the only one with cords of steel. Oh, I can't wait to hear this. The judge, you want some popcorn, Your Honor? The judge is just along for the ride here. He's a... Okay, but to be honest, like, being a judge in this court has to be, like, the most entertaining job ever. Like, there is never a dull moment here. Especially if the defense is anyone from Phoenix's agency, from the right anything agency. Like you see Athena, well, like soon Athena or Apollo or Phoenix's name on there, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be one fun trial. Your Honor. We do, is it this? Yes. Look at this paper. That didn't really fit. Take a look at this special edition paper. Temataro, real or flight of fancy? Oh, that's the judge. What does this article prove, Mr. Justice? The photo in that article was taken shortly after the murder. Maybe the yokai in that photo is the killer shortly after they fled out of the window. Mr. Justice, you're not seriously suggesting... Oh, I'm serious. I mean, it all adds up. The killer, disguised as Temataro, flew away. You know, by some way or another. Real confident there, Apollo. It is your brain that has flown the coop. That image is not but trick photography or some other form of artifice. Okay, then how about the Temataro figure Mr. Filch saw? It just vanished into thin air? No, there is a rational, common-sense explanation for that. That infernal yokai our tricksy Tanuki witnessed never reached the entrance. He, or should I say, she, turned back before the camera's electric eye. I don't like where this is going one bit. Is he gonna try to switch this to... Is he gonna try to turn Jinxie into a suspect? Now, the fact that we know the yokai had come from the Fox Chamber means that it was likely either Damien Tenma or his daughter, Jinxie Tenma. However, we know that Maya Tenma was already unconscious at the time. Wow. Not good at all. Do you understand the gravity of the situation now, Justice Dono? The falsified yokai remnants, and the appearance of Temataro were the work of one individual. And that individual is none other than Jinxie Tenma. And cue Monkey Apollo. There you go. Order! The defense will stop competing for the greatest freakout ever! The little scamp was, no doubt, simply trying to protect her father. And it's no wonder that her superstitious mind conjured up this mad masquerade. Prosecutor Blackwell's assertion makes perfect sense to me. It's far more convincing than saying the killer escaped by flying out of the window. Did you truly believe this could end any other way? Did we fall right into his trap? What do we do now, Apollo? Our case no longer stands without a real yokai. If only we had one. Bailiff, seize her. This time I interrogated her as the samurai of your wood. Hold. Oh. Mayor Tenma? This farce is over. How does it feel, seeing your own daughter accused of a cover-up most foul? Oh, he's gonna come out and say it. Tenma Taro's true identity is... Now, Mr. Mayor. It would be futile at this point to claim you were the yokai. After all, you had been knocked out cold by a blow to the skull. Slipping into a yokai costume and roaming about the manor would be all but impossible. Consider this well. As it stands, your daughter will be arrested for obstruction of justice. But if you confess, the prosecution would be willing to overlook her little yokai farce. Confess? The defendant intends to confess? Wait. Hello, Prosecutor Blackwell's up to his mind games again. Mayor Tenma, no, don't fall for his twisted words. If you're sent away for murder, Jinxie will be all left alone. Yes. The real killer is... This is not good. Mayor Tenma is going to confess unless we do something. Unless he's... I mean, what else is he gonna say? But I can't prove how the real killer could have flown away. I'm sorry? Look upon me and despair, for ripe is the time for my return. Uh-oh. I should watch what I wish for. Is he gonna pretend to be possessed? I'm sorry? Caw-caw! Foolish mortals! I am Tenma Taro, the yokai you seek! Mayor Tenma? Silence! I am Tenma Taro, freed from the bonds binding me to the Forbidden Chamber. Behold the return of the Demon King. What the... Demon King? Well then, I think it's time for me to take a vacation. I'm sorry. The witness will, he will explain himself. Are you saying you're Temataro, the yokai we've been chasing this whole time? Indeed, it is I, Temataro, the one whom you seek! Wait, it is I whom you seek. It is I. Something in that sentence is not grammatically correct, methinks. To reveal the truth. This child is Temataro, you say? Ha! What nonsense! So, Mayor Tenma is a yokai now? His body is now mine. So you're saying that Mayor Tenma is being possessed by you? And that the yokai that Jinxie Tenma and Phineas Filch saw, and the one captured in the newspaper photo, those were all you? The accursed power of the warding charms prevents me from revealing my true form. Both of them are... Look at Athena too! Both of them are like, Your boldness? Can this not be interpreted as an admission of guilt? Well, a confession by a yokai would be quite unprecedented. Your Honor, we've had ghosts in this courtroom before. We've had we've had channeled spirits in this courtroom. Be that as it may, the defense's case has been overturned. Huh? What? You claimed the yokai that little scamp saw was some third party, the true killer. The one who escaped from the locked fox chamber. It was but it was the accused all along. Ironic, is it not? Your yokai turned out to be real in a manner of speaking. For the alderman's killer is none other than Mayor Tenma. And the yokai at the scene? That too was Mayor Tenma, or should I say, our dear Temataro. The pieces have all fallen into place. How so, Prosecutor Blackwell? It seems I must spell it all out for you. Mayor Tenma killed the alderman in the fox chamber, which was locked at the time. He then removed the warding charms from the forbidden chamber's door, but then fell unconscious from the blow the alderman had delivered to his head. That's when his daughter Jinxie Tenma had stumbled upon the scene of the crime. But wait! The little scamp fled in terror, whereupon the spirit of Temataro, freed at last from the charm's warding effect, took possession of the mayor. The newly freed Temataro then fled from the fox chamber, but the mayor was still there. He was there. We saw him there. So you see, the yokai Jinxie Tenma saw was her father possessed by Temataro. When we arrived on scene, the mayor was found unconscious. How is that possible if he was supposed to have flown out the foyer somehow? Then what? Do you mean to say the maid of Kyubi Manor, Jinxie Tenma, was Temataro? Oh. That too is easily explained. Flew about for a time, did I? But presently tired I made for the forbidden chamber. But alas, exhaustion took me unawares in the fox chamber, and I knew no more. It would seem the pieces are still in place. Is Blackwell up to his tricks again? I don't know what to say. Is the defendant a real live... That rumor about Miss Mayor Tenma is true? I knew yokai were real. You mean he really did kill the alderman just so he could release Temataro? Order! Now he's got everyone in the courtroom believing in yokai. It's Simon. It's Simon Says on steroids! He wants to convict our client any way he can, even if it means blaming a yokai. The proverbial ducks are all in a row. We should now have no qualms about finding the accused guilty, your baldness. This is one of the most bizarre cases in my entire career. Otherworldly, in fact. Can yokai even be prosecuted under our legal system? Mayor Tenma is just pretending to be Tenma Tower to protect his daughter. Plus, I already proved how a third party could have escaped from the locked room. A verdict at this point would be premature. Yes. Since both sides have raised valid points, I have no choice but to... This is the dark age of the law, where defense attorneys are not to be trusted. Number 3. This is but a ploy to gain time for them to fabricate evidence. How will I sleep tonight? Now hold on there a moment. If any side here can be accused of being corrupt and shady, it is not the defense. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, yeah? We've had Manfred von Karma. We've had kind of Edgeworth. I mean, sure, we had Kristoff. That's about it. How will I sleep tonight? Sleep tonight, knowing you will not let the sun rise on the mayor's day of reckoning, Justice Dono. I won't fabricate any evidence. Then prove it by joining me. What? The night in the clink will ensure you will not succumb to temptation. Are you inviting him to, like, spend the night with you? Which... I mean, if you're offering, you know. Every time I finish doing something and check YouTube, the stream is always the first recommendation. Hey, YouTube doing something right for once! At the very least, you know? How about I just promise to not succumb to anything? We have both evidence and a confession. The killer is this yokai before us. It is beyond dispute. The guilty verdict is all but... What's wrong with him? He just got fucking zapped! Prosecutor Blackwell, we've had enough of your hijinks! The foundation of justice is fair play, and you are in serious violation of that. What in the devil was that? Fulbright, have you tampered with my shackles in some manner? It seems you found that quite shocking. That... As much as I appreciate you interrupting him, that doesn't seem like a safe or legal or acceptable thing to do, Bobby. It's my special jolt of justice device. Each press is a shocking reminder to behave. I'm sorry. Are you just fucking trying to like condition him? Is that what's happening here? You shall pay for this. I, Simon Blackwell, will not... Your Honor! No, you need not fear now. I believe Prosecutor Blackwell will remain on his best behavior. A bit late with the reassurances, aren't we, Detective? Oh, I hate that! I actually hate that! Well, in that case, this concludes today's deliberations. The prosecution and defense will use this opportunity to further their investigations. This court is adjourned. So the judge won't say anything about that. I mean, listen, the judge has seen enough, I think. I think the judge has reached the point of, like, as long as it's nothing, like, actually out of this world, just do what you want. as long as it doesn't include me. But, like, wow, that is violent. That is also a surefire way to traumatize someone. Wow. Let's save, sure. Yeah, I mean, if we can cross-examine a parrot and a dead woman, then sure. I mean, this is fine. Okay. We will end this here. We finished the whole trial, which was what I set out to do. And we're gonna start the next stream, which might be either tomorrow or on Sunday, with the second investigation. Hell yeah. We're probably not gonna finish the case this week, I think. Nah, I don't think so. But yeah, I'm gonna try, because I'm just really fucking excited to play this game. Maybe I'm gonna try to up the streams until we finish the Apollo trilogy to 4 streams a week, which might be like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and either Saturday or Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. I'll try. I'll keep you updated on my Twitter for when the next stream is gonna be. So go follow that. It's either in the description on YouTube or just !follow. And, you know, follow the Twitch, follow the YouTubes, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, we're gonna be back on either tomorrow or on Sunday with the second investigation of Case 2. Hope y'all enjoyed watching. I wish you a lovely rest of your day or night or whatever time it is for you. Stay safe, take care, and I'll be seeing you. Goodbye.